also in a previous season of ECL, if I'm not mistaken. Imperial have not played amazing opposition on the map. They've won it, as I said, 5 times in a row. They beat MIBR on it twice, which is both is pretty decent. But yeah, at the moment, it's not really as much to write home about, as of course they've only played matches regionally, like Dusty Roots, of course, who actually have played it twice post-player break, and they lost it to Fluxo 13-2, one of those results. So I wouldn't give them much hope in this one, but you never know. It is Counter-Strike after all. Let's see. Anything can happen.
And let's see exactly what is going to happen. Imperial starts off on the T side and they're throwing a fake trav. A little bit of misdirection. It's going to be the stairs and the jungle smoke thrown. And there's going to be some pressure into the A-bomb side. It's drawn Owen off of the box. But he is still going to be around here just in time. The crossfire is set up right now between himself and Alexa. Ooh. And it's worked out perfectly. I don't think Imperial let that fake marinade nearly enough there, Trav. They didn't actually commit. They didn't force any fights or, you know, really try and draw those rotations out before they committed to the B-bomb side. They just expected the util alone to force those rotations. And I think they could have applied more pressure.
It's a weird one, isn't it? It's actually a kind of a carbon copy T-pistol we've seen from Imperial, and both these two maps we've watched today, a bit lazy, a bit slow and a bit lazy, just kind of picked off. And, you know, knowing Imperial, they'll probably find a way to win this round exactly how they won the one on Inferno, because Phelps has got that hero Galil again. We'll see.
Surely not though, right? Surely history doesn't repeat itself again, and there we go, Trav. I was going to say, we've got a missed sniper smoke, but it was actually just a decoy. So the decoy successfully baited me.
Well, let's count them up this game, guys. This is my, obviously,
keep a little tally.
My first, quite a few on the turn, sort of 4 or 5, in terms of, you know, jump throw mollies and flashes and banana, and one of the spawn smokes as well on the CT side. But this is the one where, you know, jump throw and spawn jump smokes are probably most known on Mirage. When they first became such a huge thing. That window smoke, of course. Boosted in. This is all important duel, and Tommy Jade now realises that Galil is in play and where it is in play. So he'll choose not to battle too much longer if he's on 18 HP. They're going to try and boost up to try and remove him, but Max Gore is here to help, and he's got 2 players on the other side of this. Somehow Tommy Jade does get taken down in the end, but Max Gore makes sure. Gets that second kill. Max is here to help out, and he swings right past Try. Barely not seeing him almost for a split second. F1 race car peak so fast, he barely saw it himself, but doesn't matter. This time they do win that second round, that all-important second round. And Imperial will now go for their purchase in round number 3.
And it doesn't look great, I'll tell you that much. Vinny has to settle for a Desert Eagle, and Phelps gets a Galil. And this is because of how much they decided to invest in that previous round. So, yeah, I mean, they were lucky they got away with it on Inferno before this. I called it out then. I said I don't really like the way that they've spent their money. And now you can see the effects of it coming into this gun round. Oh, Max Core, perfect position being taken up. Nate should finish off Vinny here as well, at least taking down even further. Frags continue to come through elsewhere on the map, and things looking very good right now for Dusty Roots.
Yeah, Max Core actually does quite well there. He only had a few bullets left in his clip, and I think it's fair to say Dusty Roots would have won the round anyway. But in fact, he finds one more from that. Is good. Leaves Vinny stuck, and as you mentioned, the buy, of course, in this opening round, opening gun round for Imperial. It's a frustrating one to have to deal with. 3 AKs and a Galil is more than enough, I'd say, but I kind of really prefer a full purchase. I guess Imperial so confident in it after what happened on the previous game. Vinny will go down in the end.
Okay, this is good for Dusty Roots. We haven't really seen them with momentum behind them in this, well, obviously the best of one before this. So, nice start here on Mirage. Should be able to extend it to 4-0 here. Just the pistols to get across the line in this 4th round.
There's that jump throw grunt that we all know, but of course now can be heard from the 3rd person.
Can you get the opponent's grunt as well, Trap?
I believe so. But if you're jump throwing anyway, you are going to be landing and making a sound cue either way.
That's true. I wonder if it's more or less audible just in terms of the range.
Yeah, that's something I kind of thought of. For a second I was like, oh my god, you could hear the jump throw grunt on the other side of the team? Surely that's game changing. And I was like, oh, okay, wait.
Yeah,
Be able to hear the
landing.
player landing anyway.
Alright, well, some pressure mounts here on Save offside right now. But then he has been able to make his way through connector. He's looking for an angle. Very passive out of the CT side, going deep in towards CT, and then his teammate tucked in behind the firebox. So just no fights being offered up right now. At least nothing easy. All on Dusty Roots' terms.
Well, to get one, but it's only going to be one. And Dusty Roots have built up a great bank early game on Mirage. Who will now get back into their buy, and they can't let this one get a little too out of hand. I mentioned, of course, in our original pre-game before the first BO1 that Imperial actually do need to make sure they get a few 2-0s this season, because as I said, they played a couple of matches this season with Zach while they were figuring out the try transfer after they'd benched Henny. So you need to make sure they get a few clean match days to make sure they get themselves in that top 10, at least in that top 10. They know it's very easy, in inverted commas, to get to playoffs. It's not exactly the hardest achievement when you're a team with this name value, but still.
What's of utmost importance is that they actually make it inside the top 7. Because at that point, then you start your playoff run from the upper bracket. Either way, focusing up here on this round because it's a really important gun round. Imperial solid opening frag at the start of the round, and then Descenti playing that lurk role, or should I say the extremity role there towards ramp. He catches the aggression, and then another kill comes through as well. So just individual frags being racked up by Imperial. 1963 to be the first responder, but although he gets a kill, he's been dinked up in the process, and it is going to be Imperial getting their first round on the board. Pretty simple stuff coming through from them. Really nothing special.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they will know they just have superior everything. Like, that is just the true... Like, no disrespect to Dusty Roots, of course, but that is the true fact of the matter. It's not like Dusty Roots had a really good start to the ECL season, and, you know, making a true name for themselves, and maybe in that top 5 or so. They're actually bottom of the entire league right now. So if Imperial don't find a way to get this 2-0, they'll be very, very upset.
Yeah. For them, like you said, look at check at the start of the season, but they certainly are settled down now. Certainly back them to make it in the top 7 there in the Swiss stage. Start their run in the playoffs in the upper bracket either way. Let's see what's going to happen here in this round. Really not much money in the bank for whoever loses this.
Yeah, a little bit of a swing round. Need to send to perhaps some Vinny will have a little bit of cash left over. Zinho is on the balcony in the window. Take a shot, drop straight down to safety if he's allowed to. Many a time where that's gone wrong before. Well, to position himself slightly safer as that flash came through in case he did get swung. Keep himself up there, keep himself aggressive. He will now creep his way through underpass with Alexa keeping an eye on short. 3 players in mid with Try and Con. And they're going to try and make their way up together as a group, I would think. Alexa trying to do some work from there. They're trying to set up a few nades and set up a few crossfires, but it's a really nice trade. Essentially, will deal with something as well. They haven't seen Max Core yet, though. They haven't expected him, but he only gets 1. And that gives Imperial a 3v2.
Yeah, good composure, good structure coming through from them. Solid trade work. Owen phases through the smoke, and again the trades are what keeps Imperial moving forward here in the round. Try should go down here. He's actually been able to evade Alexa for now. Retreats all the way back into connector. That forces Alexa to expose himself to Descenti. Descenti not giving up that gunfight just yet. Imperial just toying with him for now. Eventually, the fight will be forced, and Descenti will come out on top. Props to Try for being able to stay alive there. And it will be Imperial who double up and break the economy of the CT side in the process. A well-worked round there. I like the emphasis on the numbers coming through Connect onto that A-bomb site. And sure, even though they don't clear out Sandwich, they still just have the numbers to trade anyway.
That's so frustrating for Alexa, though, isn't it? Like, it's always a matter of fractions in Counter-Strike. If he gets that first kill, gives himself a chance in the 1v1, then he's just desperately trying to isolate one of the two. Just can't make it happen. Pretty much a fully eco here for Dusty Roots, other than that MP9. There's a little bit of stacking about position, but that's being dealt with fine. There shouldn't be an issue with this round anymore. A little bit spooky, but no way. Fine, all good. Which means I can tell you now, Matt, there's been a new update for CS. Oh my god. Don't panic, guys. Clearly it's a brand new operation and, like, you know, key rings and stuff. No, I'm kidding. It's a new music kit and some bonuses, including a performance stutter at the end of round. There you go.
Like that? And you know what we like even more? Is it hasn't actually interrupted our game so far. When we touch wood,
is true.
Say that.
That is true.
4-3, and you know what? Now it starts to get a little bit nervy for Dusty Roots if they lose this round here. The scoreline leveled up because it feels like Imperial are in their groove on the T side now. Shots are being hit, and Phelps hasn't even warmed up, and we know Phelps is very much so a Mirage enjoyer. Loves running it down middle. You remember on Bucks, he was one of their core proponents or biggest factors as to why they were successful on this map. So many contributions from him, particularly through Connector and mid. Either way, this round is not going great for Imperial right now.
Yeah.
They've been picked off a 5 versus 3 as things stand.
Oh, and we saw Matt there trying to play with that Connector smoke and just about to get away. Once he realised his team were in a 5v3, I was like, okay, I don't need to make this play now. It would be a bit silly of me. Imperial do have some information on some of the Dusty Roots positions right now. So in this 3v5, it's not entirely impossible. Just about piling their way back into it. Checking that ladder room position. Boost will try and catch a jungle player or catch a rotator through Murder Hole, but there's going to be no gifts there for now. And he drops down. So lots of noise being made. That's going to give Dusty Roots a hell of a lot of intel, where perhaps at least 2 of the players are residing. 34 seconds. There's not really many options here for Imperial anymore. They're backing away toward top mid. I'm getting the impression we could be planning a save here.
Yeah, looks like it. And that late molly will certainly seal the deal. So, Dusty Roots, I mean, they keep things simple here in this round. Just win out that gunfight top mid, apartments as well. Simple as that. That means that they extend their lead by a round here. Counter-terrorists win. They've looked better here on Mirage than they did in Inferno. Look like a more complete unit. Look more comfortable on the CT side. Had some decent rounds in towards mid so far, in particular have Dusty Roots. I think that's been probably the biggest factor of their success in this first half so far, is when they've been able to lock middle down. So let's see if that's something that they try to keep up with here.
Interesting, I'm not sure if you've noticed this, as Try actually deals with Tommygen, as he's the one who threw the nade into the smoke to try and get the pick, but Try is the one to take the kill. How many window smokes have we actually seen? Teams are defaulting to that top mid smoke. I mean, say teams. Imperial are defaulting to that mid smoke right now. The one that doesn't need a jump.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen one just yet. I mean, it's quite easy to throw on the fly once you've gotten towards top mid, but it's a smoke that if you want to take mid with pace at the start of the round, that's why you throw it from spawn, right?
Look where 1962
yeah, what's going on here then?
And Max score are.
Bit of a flank here.
T-spawn has been completely overrun. Look at Max score on that minimap right now. he could get 1 or 2 in the back. Look at Max Core, number 4. He's already got 1. Finally figured it out, and somehow, no way, trades that to the corner of the wood. And Owen, Zenio, and Alexa get caught by Vinny. 1962 is bypassed another player in the smoke. What's going on right now? This is a clown fiesta. What a
There's
round.
a flank from Phelps as well. Phelps has just come through from Market. He's going to outflank the flanker. What have we just watched? There should be no world in which Imperial not only win that round, but keep 4 players alive, winning it as well. If I told you, if we took a snapshot when there were the 2 players who had just come through T-spawn outside the top mid and TV room, and I told you, Trav, Imperial are going to win this round and keep 4 players alive, you would have called me crazy.
I certainly would have. That is kind of crazy. To have a double flank look that good as well, with the timing in the round, with the situation that Imperial were, I guess, setting up in a way, it's wild to think that even if No Way does get taken down by Max Core brought him down to 5 HP, it probably still doesn't change the outcome of the round, considering where Phelps was and considering what Vinny did.
Yeah, true. It's a good point. Certainly an insurance policy for Imperial.
Yes, it's frustrating with Dusty Roots. They must be thinking, okay, we had everything in the palm of our hand, and if we can't win rounds with that, then which rounds can we win? But it's been a bit of it's been still a decent performance from them so far. Let's keep an eye on Try and what smoke he throws here. I'm very interested in this. It is an immediate jump throw. I didn't hear a grunt, unless I'm mishearing things, but that smoke did.
Yep. Try's based, he can land his jump throws without any binds. Just like me, for real. Eco Trav. Dusty Roots have got some upgraded weapons to work with here in the round, but not much that they've been chased down by Vinny. Oh, okay, Alexa. What have we just witnessed? The must has rotated through here, you know, but I don't think it's going to be able to do a whole lot. A single point of health for No Way. Just 1 hit point is what he has to his name.
I am also a BA on Mirage. I'm on most maps actually, but I'm on the hard site anchor. Let's put it that way. And the fact that Alexa gets 1 is remarkable. The fact that he almost gets 2 is even more remarkable, and he's gonna be very upset that No Way's on 1 HP. I think he probably hit 2 shots with the Deagle there. That was 99 in 2, if I was to guess. Probably hit some feet, some thighs.
Yeah.
Phelps is staring at 1962.
He's just wondering.
To say, how on earth are you there?
Yeah, and how have you not seen me as well? How am I killing you? You've just backed up into my crosshair. He's so confused, just left scratching his head.
I love when you can see players' body language in the server.
Yes, absolutely. Very evident, very clear as to what Phelps was thinking in that moment. Okay, Imperial in control. Can they get themselves a lead here? Try with this AWP is looking to make moves in towards middle. There are 3 players getting the CT side as well. And it's actually going to be Molly's going both ways. Opening, both teams have found a frag here as well. This round is not going to be slowing down.
1962 had a chance at a second, but No Way deals with it nicely. Just about staying alive on 24 HP. Desensi, of course, in a good position to help out as well. Already down the ladder from Palace. He's got Tommy Jed locked in toward jungle, but does very well there. Now No Way has to get a fresh reload off, and he has managed to make his way onto the site, and that nade's going to be tasty. Good damage, and it does damage to both, and the reaction on the second player of Alexa is unbelievable. Tommy Jed is heard, rotating it through towards CT, and he's there in time to get both. Despite Vinny's heroics, a triple kill from him. It's a quad from Tommy Jed to keep Dusty Roots just about in the lead.
Yeah, a massive impact out of Tommy Jed. Realized that he couldn't waste any time and allow for Imperial to get back into post-plant positions. He knew for a fact where Vinny was, right? And then he gets the kill on the second player first, and he's able to just swing Vinny knowing that he's low. Great attempt there from Vinny. Imperial, well, they were always supposed to lose that round there, but he nearly brings it back for them. I must say, he's markedly improved himself as an individual over the years, and to go along with that, he's also become an IGL. I feel like Vinny must be one of the most improved players, you know, at this level over the past, like, 3 or 4 years. Just remember,
Vinny.
back in Furia with that old team, no one would ever say his name. He was never the player who was spoken about. Then he was brought into the last dance mix, and people kind of laughed at it a little bit, I think. And now he's the lifeblood of this Imperial team.
Vinny. I think he's sort of rightfully his name into that list. Oh, that's going to be rough for try. That's the MP9 rushing him down. Yeah, I think Vinny's rightfully put his name in the list of Brazilian players that deserve a lot of respect for what he's done over the years. Tommy Jed. Keeping an gap in the ladder room between the grate there, but catch it. Oh, and I think he sees MaxCore as well. That's horrible for MaxCore's POV. He could barely see him.
Still a way back into the round here, though. 3 versus 3. Owen with his AWP has been impactful here on the CT side of Mirage so far. Can't clock out just yet. Still work to be done. Bomb carrier going back around ramp. 1962 is there right now. This dual bomb is flying around, by the way. And it's going to go the way of the MP9. The maneuverability of the SMG lets him step out there in the middle of the gunfight. Very tough for Vinny to adjust in that situation with the AK. That earns a big advantage. Information gained. They know that that bomb is rampant. Well, time is taking away as well. Owen is in the corner, and no way knows that.
Yeah, drops down, makes noise. Owen gives up that AWP. The Kenny S simple amenity stickers won't save him today. And Alexa and 1962 are in this 2 versus 2. Positions here. That's a beautiful swing from the MP9, but hang on, here's no way. And he knows exactly where Alexa is. 9 seconds for the plant. In comes a nade. Oh, it goes way too deep. There's no damage whatsoever. But now a jumping headshot and a finish by Alexa. That's exactly what you need to be doing with the MP9. Full maneuverability, full aggression, and it catches Imperial off guard. It was 7-5 to Imperial on our first game. It's 7-5 to Dusty Roots on our second. See you in a minute. And we're back. Dusty Roots, 7-5. A pretty decent CT half from them. It's good signs that we have seen. A few funny rounds, some amusing things here and there, especially with the way that we ended off the half as well. And now Imperial need to make sure they complete this one, because if they are to drop a map for Dusty Roots today, they won't be happy.
No, that is not a part of their plan here in ESL Season 48, certainly not. Job to be done here, locking down the defense on the A-bomb side, and I mean they've just found 3 kills here off the bat. Stops Dusty Roots in their tracks. A little bit of a fight back from Owen, a lot of a fight back there from Owen, and now he's left by himself. It's going to have to be a 1 versus 3, an ace in the round if he's going to make this one work for his team. He continues to force these fights. He's still got 34 health, but now he's been chipped down even further. Imperial are not giving him any room to maneuver right now. My goodness, they're really looking to finish off the job, and eventually Phelps will. Good stuff coming through from the CT side to open up their account first here in the second half.
Straight on to the 4th spy, though, of course. AK and Galil in play. Other than, of course, Imperial having their 1 Galil. This time it's AK and the Galil. Deagles around the others, of course. Tomajed is the sacrifice the armor alongside Owenzinho to get those in play. The aggression top mid though from Imperial, using this top mid smoke to their advantage. No way, might find a timing here. Help from team up top of window and try and Descending connector, but all the duels go the way of Dusty Roots in that mid round there. With Alexa in 1962 using those weapons to the best of their ability. Max Core is the one that kicked it all off, like I said. And Vinny, he's the 1v3 with an MP9.
Force Spy looking very good right now here for the T side. I mean, surely the job's as good as done. Might have some flashbacks from Inferno after what Vinny was able to do there with the MP9, but there's no way he can do it here, right? Gonna try and go through Palace. He has got a kit to his name. It's going to require a miraculous effort out of him. This one's gotten out of control way too quickly. Skirmishers taken in middle, not favoring Imperial at all. And this is the result. I mean, he's found a little bit of a gap here, but there's nothing on offer. That's the problem. Okay, spot out 2. Spray down good on the first, but a 1D out of Tommy Shed will make good of the multi out of 1962. And Dusty Roots keep distance between themselves and Imperial. Yeah, true. It's yeah, missing a prong on the fork as well. Just a small spoon. It's not even a big spoon, Trav. Not even a ladle, mate. Yeah. I mean, this is a really big opportunity for Dusty Roots, because if they win this, then 10-6 is ripe for the taking. And they're just 3 rounds away from winning the map at that point. Game on. Pressure on here for Imperial. And all that pressure can be released if they can just win this Force Spy.
Yeah. It's a weird buy. Be the spoon and fork, but maybe no way can make that fork look really sharp. It's a nice 1D to start. They're surrounded right now. Surely you can't dance around any longer. Can't. Descenti though, oh, what a reaction on the second. That was clean.
Wow.
And Phelps has taken Tommy's head. They can just win rounds with anything, can't they? This nade will do great damage. The Molotov actually should remove Descenti from this round. There's no way he's getting out of that, but there's a smoke in play still. Dropped in just in the nick of time to keep him alive. And Owenzinho would be winning it anyway. He was only 8 HP. Try with the scout takes the kill. How have they got away with that one then?
Couple nice shots from Descenti, I guess, is the answer. Try able to just cover his teammates at that point, hold down the line and finish off the job. It's a pretty one-dimensional option from Dusty Roots there against the Force Spy to just group up and go for the exec like that. Haven't really tried to play into the strength of the weapons, you know, try and maybe get some map control, get a little bit of info. It's not like there was a full stack on that A-bomb site, but there were certainly numbers on that side of the map for Imperial, and they locked it down. And like I said, they avoid that sticky situation of having to keep going and potentially fall behind 10-6. Now they've got a prime opportunity to level up the scoreline. And if Dusty is going to lose the map, Trav, this is sort of the portion of the game where it'll feel like it's slipped away from them.
Yeah. No way. With the nades. Out to the FAMAS. Descensi with the AK. 4 alive. And suddenly it's flipped completely the opposite way around. It's Dusty Roots who are on pretty much a full eco here. Descensi up to 16 and 8 now.
Did a very good showing. He had a good performance in the first map as well. The first best one. Dusty Roots will turn to face. Lexa does. The rest of his teammates make their way in towards mid, and all of a sudden, it's just 1962 left remaining, and not for much longer. He'll follow his teammates into the afterlife. 9-8 for the first time here on the map. Imperial have a lead. Do they extend that lead, or do we continue to go back and forth here? I feel like, yeah, I mean, this is a must-win round here for Dusty Roots. If they lose this 10-8, no bomb plomp becomes 11-8, and Imperial are very good on Mirage. They're not going to let that lead slip through their fingers and Dusty Roots is thrusting themselves in towards middle with numbers. No way finds a kill, but then falls off, so he can't get more than just the one, and he's out in the open right now. Many different targets to try and contest, and he will actually be able to find 2 kills. Try at range has gotten in on the action as well. It's only Alexa left. This was the all-important gun round, Trav.
I feel like Nowhere has been flinging his way around into duels, whether it's been, you know, the way he ended up on 1 HP on the opposite side when he against the Deagle in Van on B. And in mid there, makes the jump up toward the short position. Gets himself right on the corner of the railing. Gets a lovely clean spray, drops down. Then looks a little bit uncomfortable, but the reaction on the second was so clean and sharp. It leaves Alexa. So on Chilean. On Dusty Roots.
Oh, goodness. It's just mission impossible for him here. And there we go. Timing. Not going to finish him off, but he's been tenderized. And he should take him down, and he does. Now, my only problem with that round there from Dusty Roots is it's a must-win round as we build it. Something that, yeah, they just can't afford not to win it with the context of the map. And you go for a play where just everybody runs out middle. You're jumping through smokes. It's such a volatile play, such a risky play. And, yeah, I feel like they should have just maybe tried to play the percentages a little bit better there, Trav.
Sometimes percentage can be said a lot, but it is the way you'd want to go. Sometimes risks have to be taken. I'm going to go for something a bit speedier now, but Descensi's looking clean with it. Even half running in a second, gets that headshot. Lovely third as well. That's probably the best hold you could hope for out of a rifler playing near that triple box, even against pistols. He does incredibly well. I think they are aware of the possibility of the smoke push by Tommy Jed. They'll be removed by a combination of Vinny and Phelps. The Imperial are creeping toward that finish line now.
I want to see what Dusty Roots can do here when they try and work themselves into a round. You know, take time, some good utility usage, working as a unit, forcing fights, getting picks, and then setting up for an exec. I want to see them use the round here to try and get themselves into it. Not just throw themselves at Imperial and force gunfights in the first 10 or 15 seconds. Oh, there we go. Little smoke.
Add it to the list. It's actually like, I've seen more bog standard top mid smokes on Mirage today in a professional game than I've seen in years. And that's purely because of that change, I swear to God.
Yeah, must be right. seems like it's just a default to be thrown every single round now, because you can't rely on the sniper smoke the way you used to be able to before. Can't know for a fact it's there or not either way. What we do know for a fact is Dusty missed right now. Try with the ball, he's looking for fights. He's missed his shot. Does find the follow-up, but there's still so much pressure immediately afterwards. But Phelps, he has released all of that pressure with the triple.
Phelps, man. Kind of the man that didn't get the success, really, back in the SK days. And, of course, then the MIBR days. And that era when he was playing with the legends of Brazilian Counter-Strike. The majors went to the famous FNX for Cold Taco Fallen team. He won some big events, won some big S-tier events, of course, did Phelps with that group. But never won one of the majors. And it does make me happy that after that little period when he was out in the wilderness as well for a while, came back, didn't look that great. Then he had some health issues, figured himself out, and now he's one of Imperial's most important players. And of course, since made a great run at a major. Happy for him.
Yeah, rightfully so. Alright, well, let's see. Do things end here? And now, is there some sort of a twist in the tail? A fight back from Dusty Roots? 4 versus 3 numbers don't look great, but they have found some good timing here on Vinny. They're able to get themselves out of apartments, but now they have to deal with the duo Vinny and Phelps. Will be able to lock it down, Trav. That is Imperial winning 13-8. And that's so rough for Dusty Roots as well, because it feels like there was a moment in that second half where they could have gotten into it, they could have gotten going, but they what was it, the Desert Eagle stack they lost to on that A-bomb side, it just all fell apart from there, man. I need to turn my lights on, Trav. You go ahead, mate.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? It's kind of crazy that double deagle really was that big turning point, because Dusty Roots felt in the game.